Hey everyone, it's Julie, and this is just a quick update of what's been going on with me tarot-wise. It is not a monthly recap, but I just wanted to follow up on some of the tarot-related stuff that's been keeping me occupied. So first off, I mentioned in a previous video that Queen Osset sent me a lovely package, and there were two items. One being the gift of this lovely book right here, Kitchen Table Tarot by Melissa Sonova. And then the other item was the Sassy Tarot that she was loaning to me so that I could decide for myself whether I jived with this deck or not, since it's been on and off my wish list. So let's start with the Kitchen Table Tarot. I really enjoyed this book. I really did. Melissa Sonova has my kind of sense of humor. If you like the more conversational style of rhetoric, this would be the book for you, because it is very much like you sitting down with a friend at the kitchen table and chatting about tarot. So I found myself laughing throughout the book. And yet, despite the kind of informal language she uses, she still treats the subject of tarot seriously, and she still gives it the respect it deserves. And this is a great book for beginners. And for someone like me who's been learning the tarot for, I think, going on 3 years now, I found that I was able to learn some new nuances to cards that I hadn't thought of before, and also be reminded of different perspectives to looking at the cards that I'd forgotten. So I really enjoyed this book. I really got a lot out of it. If you are more about the balls to the wall, deep dive into tarot and symbology and all the esotericism, this is not the book for you. But if you like a more contemporary feel, and again, just the more kind of everyday rhetoric of someone shooting the shit with you, then I recommend this book. I really did enjoy it. Now on to the Sassy Burrito Tarot. I worked with this deck for a good month, which is what I like to do with any new deck coming into my possession. I was hoping we would have a connection. And yeah, it's gone the way of so many other decks that I've passed on and let go after a very short time, which again makes me feel like a colossal asshole. The deck is beautiful. I've said it before. I really appreciate Stacia Barrington's art. I think it's lovely. I have said before that there were certain images that didn't quite resonate with me. And as I was working through the deck, I was hoping that my love for the deck would grow so much that those images would be okay in the long run. And it wasn't the case. And so I didn't have any trouble using the deck per se. I had straightforward readings. I feel as though the tone of the deck, the personality of the deck was very objective, and maybe even a little distant, which I found surprising, given some of the images that really struck me and resonated with me. But yeah, it was just very kind of neutral, neither warm nor cold. And, with any deck, now that I have been practicing tarot for a few years, any deck that is close to the RWS system and, has, unless it's, a deck using a completely unique system and just weird abstract imagery, I typically don't have any problems with the readings. So it's only those types of decks where I might run into some trouble. So for the Sassy, it was a Not difficult to use or read. It just, one of my red flags is, after going on week 3, if I start to kind of get fidgety and kind of jonesing for a new deck, that's usually a sign that the relationship wasn't meant to be more long-term. Because if it's a deck that I really, really love, usually I'll want to keep using it even after the month has passed. I'm disappointed, but it is what it is. I have all these other lovely decks to work with, and Queen Offset saved me some monies by lending me the deck, so thank you to her for, again, the lovely gifts. In terms of what I've kind of been working with starting in October, I have been back to using the Darkwood, and then also this deck right here I've been playing around with, which is the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. This was an unexpected gift from a friend of mine who is not the least bit interested in tarot. She knows nothing about tarot, but she loves Edgar Allan Poe just like I do. And so she just sent me this out of the blue, and I had already known about this deck. I was curious about it, and also wavering just because I wasn't sure that it would be my thing. I wasn't sure that it would be a good subject matter for a tarot deck. So, but now that I have it, I've been reading the guidebook and I have been working with the deck, and I will let you know in another couple weeks what I think. And I can also do a walkthrough or a flip through in addition to that if you want. But I know the deck has been out, and I think there are some walkthroughs on YouTube already. So I've been using that. I've also received recently, now this I am super excited about, the Afro Avatar Tarot. I've been waiting for this deck for a really long time. I mean, not a really long time, but it felt like a really long time because I wanted it so badly. And I am not familiar with the Avatar Last Airbender series. I have started watching a few episodes, and it's good so far, but I think these images are stunning. And I'm really excited to work with this deck. I'm gonna try to hold off till November so that I can give Poe the full attention, but I don't know if I'll be able to resist because these images, oh my God. I don't know. I love them so, so much. So I'm really excited. And Queen Offset has a couple kind of deep dive videos on this deck. One of them is an interview with the creator, whose name escapes me. I apologize, but I think her website title is Colored Afro Arts. I will put it up somewhere, but oh my goodness. So I haven't watched those yet because I've been holding off. I didn't want any spoilers, and I wanted to get my deck, but yeah, I'm excited for this. And then I also just today received this, the Afro Goddess Oracle. And so I had seen the tarot, the Afro Goddess Tarot on Instagram from Nyx. She's a Reiki practitioner. And I saw some of the cards she had from the deck in her post, and I was like, what is that? What deck is that? Because it was beautiful, and it was showing the Five of Swords, which is just so badass. And I don't know how this deck wasn't on my radar, but there are a lot of decks out there. So I went on to Andrea, that's the creator's name. I went on to her site to try to look more into the deck, and I noticed that it was really big size-wise. So I knew it probably wasn't going to work out just because of the sheer size of the deck. So I opted for getting her oracle. And oh my goodness gracious, I'm so excited for this as well. I mean, this imagery is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, but anyway, I will do a walkthrough of this deck at some point. And we'll be working with that later on as well. So that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to kind of hop on to talk about and show you some new goodies here and what I've been working with. So I hope you all are well. And I'm trying to get into the Halloween spirit since it is my favorite holiday. So I've already decorated my place, and actually yesterday, Matt and I celebrated our 10th year anniversary, so that was nice. And then tomorrow we are going, speaking of Edgar Allan Poe, we are going to the Poe Museum in Richmond, Virginia. So I'm looking forward to that. But in any case, stay well, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.